You've come to the number one place for all your wrestling news for the WWE. Welcome to the Wrestling Hotline. I'm JB. Today we go over predictions for this coming Sunday's WWE event, Payback. And a lot of good matches on this card, but we're going to go over them one by one. Here are my predictions. We have tag matches, I Quit matches. The WWE Championship is up for grabs. I don't know. I mean, Payback always, you would think it would be a really, really good event, but it's like a bunch of mid-card, things you've already seen, matches that have already happened, and they're just trying to drag it on. That's one thing I don't like about the WWE. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over Curtis Axel and Damien Sandow versus the Ascension. You know, the reality is that Curtis Axel is a mid-card guy. He'll never be what his father was. If you don't know, Mr. Perfect was his father. And Damien Sandow, I mean, the guy has good talent. He has a good gimmick. So those two together, they may actually be something because they're both mid-card. They're going to go up against the Ascension, which are, you know, they're from NXT. They're okay. They're what Demolition. You know, they try to have that Demolition look, the unstoppable, you know, we go through anybody, just real powerful. But, you know, they really need to prove themselves. Both of these guys, actually, Damien Sandow has been in the WWE's main roster for a lot longer than Curtis Axel. But on the flip side, Curtis Axel has definitely been in the business a lot longer. I can guarantee that than Damien Sandow. So out of these, I'm actually going to pick the Ascension. Just because of the power. I think those two definitely have what it takes to be Curtis Axel and Damien Sandow. I mean, it's just a weird combo. Curtis Axel and Damien Sandow. They're both B-card players. They're not headliners in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you know, Curtis Axel came out as the Axelmania, trying to build up his character, and Damien Sandow did the same thing, where he would come out every single week as a different character. I don't know if that's the direction that they're going, where they, they're trying to almost find their character. It's just better just to be yourself and to build off that character. Damien Sandow is a great wrestler, so I'm going to pick the Ascension in this match. Next up to bat is going to be Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus. This is going to be a great match. We have one that's a high flyer, fast action, and the other one that just beats the hell out of you. Out of this one, it's going to be pretty simple. I want to pick Dolph Ziggler because it's his time to constantly win, matches at pay-per-views. The last couple pay-per-views, he's come up short, whether it's a title match, an intercontinental match. Sheamus, I think his aggression is going to take the best of him, and I'm going to pick Dolph Ziggler on this one. It's his time. He's ready to move on to bigger and better things, to go up against. I would love to see Dolph Ziggler versus either Seth Rollins or, if down the road somehow do those aerial moves, and Ziggler's fast, and he could do those things as well. So in this match, I'm definitely going to pick Dolph Ziggler as a winner. Hopefully he gets the best of Sheamus. I mean, this rivalry needs to end. They did it last time at Extreme Rules, and now they're going to do another rematch at Payback. It's just one of those things with the WWE where they're constantly just at one pay-per-view after the other pay-per-view after the other pay-per-view. They just want to keep these rivalries going. The crowd, social media, they get this and they don't like it, but for some reason the WWE thinks that it works. So Dolph Ziggler in that match. The next one is going to be from three guys that have great talent, but they are just in the wrong character, the WWE just doesn't, I just guess they don't see it. We got the New Day versus Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. It's the best 2 out of 3 falls, for the WWE Tag Team Champion. Listen, the reality is Big E, Kofi Kingston, and I forgot the guy's last name. He's that big, but there are three guys that, they have good talent in their own right, fighting for themselves. Kofi Kingston, Big E, and I'm staring right at him, and I can't even think of what his name is, but it doesn't matter. Kofi Kingston, big, huge, high flyer. I mean, he's just good solo. He was good as Kofi Kingston, the Jamaican guy that did everything on his own. Big E is just a big powerhouse. his character is, I don't know, it's gotten kind of soft. All three of them, their characters have gotten soft. Big E was this big powerhouse guy that would run through everybody, body slam everyone, and his character has gotten real soft. Then you have, on the other side, you got Tyson Kidd, which is a great high flyer. Cesaro, which is big. The guy is powerful as anything. I mean, out of these ones, I'm going to pick Tyson Kidd and Cesaro just because they work well as a team. And I don't like how there's three wrestlers on one side, and at any time, like, the titles can go between any three. Like, Kofi Kingston and Big E could be fighting. Then the other guy and Big E could be fighting. Or Big E and and Kofi Kingston and the other guy could be fighting. I just don't like that. I don't like that style. It's whoever wins the titles are the guys that defend it. It's as pretty as simple as that. I mean, I think a lot of people were saying that it was the Freebirds. They did the same exact thing where they moved the titles around based off the match, based off what the card asked for. It's those types of things that it just I never like that. Even in this picture that I'm watching all three of them have a title, which doesn't really make sense because it's a tag team title. It's the only two people will have the title match. All right, the next match up is going to be King Barrett, that won at the King of the Ring versus Neville. Pleasantly surprised at how awesome this match was at Extreme Rules. Daniel Bryan was unable to compete and defend his Intercontinental Champion against Bad News Barrett. Neville took his spot in the match and ended up defeating Barrett, so it's almost like a rematch. Then during the King of the Ring finals, Barrett got his win back after vanquishing the High Flyer. This match, I'd love to see Neville win this match, take it from Barrett. Barrett's a big powerhouse guy. Other guys that will. This is where I was saying that if Neville won any title match, on the main roster, I'd love to see him versus Ziggler, and then really down the line. So the next match we have up is going to be Ryback, which I don't know why they're trying to push this guy. I mean, I guess they're trying to push him to build him as a main player. I mean, he was back in the day when he had the big gripe with John Cena and he was big and bad and, nobody's better than Ryback and Ryback rules and yada, yada, yada. He's going up against Bray Wyatt, the new face of fear in the WWE. He's sort of taking the Undertaker's spot. I'm picking Bray Wyatt. It's as simple as that. I mean, Bray Wyatt, this guy came from NXT as a nobody. Nobody knew who he was, and then he comes into the WWE, creates the Wyatt family. His dad is IRS, so obviously he had help with building his character. It's gonna be a tough match. Just because Ryback is a tough guy, very powerful. But on the flip side, so is Bray Wyatt. I mean, the guy can play with your mind. He's done it with tons of people. He's done it with The Undertaker. He's done it with Dean Ambrose. Now he's going to end up doing it with Ryback, and I'm going to pick Bray Wyatt on this match. Up next is one that I'm sure the entire WWE universe is tired of seeing. It's John Cena with the United States Champion going up against, again, the boring Rusev. I mean, this guy's almost like Goldberg. At least people liked Goldberg. I mean, this guy, he has the persona. He hates the U.S., yada, yada, yada. But, we've seen this, I want to say, we've already seen this in the last 3 or 4 pay-per-views. I mean, they're trying to push something on, and it's an I Quit match. I don't know how they're presenting it. I quit as in you're leaving the WWE. I quit as in that's just the match. I honestly don't care who wins. I mean, John Cena he's not past his prime, but it's a shame that they've moved him down to the United States Championship. I mean, yeah, could they be doing it? So Roman Reigns, obviously they're trying to pass the torch to Roman Reigns. What sucks for Roman Reigns is that they built him so much up at, towards WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar, and he loses. I mean, now it's just, you're at the top. You're at the pinnacle of your career. You're headlining WrestleMania, and you lose. Yeah, it was from, Seth Rollins that jumped in and just cashed in his Money in the Bank, and that's fine. But now John Cena's back to United States champion, pushed him down, which is fine. And, to have Roman Reigns just be nowhere, I think it's a waste. I mean, in this match, I honestly don't care who actually wins. I'd like to see John Cena win. Just because I don't like Rusev. His character's kind of weak. I mean, with Lana, I don't understand why Lana hasn't screwed him yet in the, helping him lose a match or something like that. It's just he's been pushing her. You would think that she would have pushback and screw him somehow, but I'm going to pick John Cena just for shits and giggles. There's nothing else. Then we've got the main event. We've got Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Randy Orton's in a fatal four-way match for the heavyweight title. If Rollins fails to retain the championship, Kane's going to be fired for being the director of operations. I personally think that Kane is going to screw Seth Rollins, not on purpose, but supposedly by accident. Rollins and Kane are going to get into an argument. Kane is then going to choke slam Seth Rollins, and Kane will obviously be fired as director of operations. I would like to see him go back to the Kane, with the mask and everything. It's almost like they need to evolve. Other predictions were that one of the other two members of, I just drew a blank. I have a feeling that one of the two other members, whether it be Dean Ambrose or Roman Reigns, are going to join the Authority somehow, some way. Why, I don't know. Let's look at Dean Ambrose for a second. That guy just doesn't care about anything. He just cares about winning. He's just that very manipulative guy. So could I see him and Seth Rollins tag up and screw someone so Seth Rollins remains the title? On the other hand, we have Roman Reigns that could be, the way they could work this is Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins become buddy-buddy. Roman Reigns then wins the title, Roman Reigns then joins the Authority, and somehow he asks for a title shot against Seth Rollins. Randy Orton, out of all four of these guys, I'd like to see Randy Orton. I think his time is now. He's been in the game a while. He needs to get the WWE heavyweight title back again. Roman Reigns, unfortunately, I'd love to say his time is now also, but I think it was at WrestleMania. I think that's where it ends. Dean Ambrose, I don't think he's not at that stature. They've pumped his character up, but not enough in order for him to be heavyweight title. He has like an Intercontinental title look. He has a United States title look. He just doesn't have that, the heavyweight title. They've been pushing Seth Rollins for so long that it makes sense for him right now to be the heavyweight champion. And that's going to be all. It's going to go down this coming Sunday, 7 o'clock on the WWE Network. WWE's Payback. There goes my predictions. Like me on Facebook. Check me out on my YouTube page. Until next time, this has been the Wrestling Hotline. I'm JB. See ya.